Hey guys, I don't know if you know, Chris Niang is looking to shoot the three.
Yeah.
Only.
Oh, we know.
Ooh, Shead. Oh, the bucket.
And it's tough to win games when you allow a team 30 points in the paint.
Barnes gives it now to Shead, the three. And shot 30% from three a season ago. How did that evolve and change just with your game through the year?
I mean, you always knew, like, you just had to be aggressive, get close to your guy. I mean, obviously, you could just blow up.
You see a team lose by 10, 15, 20 points, and they score 117, 120 points.
Fernando up top, and it's Shead. Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm gonna let about 1,000 pigeons go as soon as Vince's and Kyle.
Got to do a better job protecting the rock here.
8 turnovers leading to 7 points. Here's Shead attacking, jump stop.
Nice, good job.
He entered
Was he
the draft
27? This kid was 31st. Only 4 spots after that.
The ability to shoot the three is going to be key. There's Scotty.
Look, Raptors are making him go deep into the shot clock. That means your effort defensively is there. Drill that.
Shead, the open three. Got it. Sends it to Abaji. Back over to Shead. Fernando sets a screen. Shead, push shot. He's got that down.
And they beat the Raptors. Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, one of the great 7-game series.
Raptors lead by 10 under 3 minutes ago. Shead. Shead attacking. Oh, Pirtle with the Austrian hammer.
Couple of double-digit rebound games. He has 7 so far tonight. Shead took his time and drilled the tray. Stone still watching his guys. He's been playing well for the Knicks. And Shead got another layup.
There's Jamal Shead.
Losing to the Raptors at Sky Dome, he said, listen, obviously he got fired, which was an awakening to what it was like to coach in the NBA. I know for him, he would have loved to have a chance.
Howard Memorial, one of the great basketball programs. Of course, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went on to UCLA. And there's Shead. Shot clock at 4, looking for Saric. Shead, you put it on the floor. And he the logo, Jerry West, having a conversation
You're going to sneak him?
with him.
Sneak him now.
Right. You'd much rather see teams that think they're going to be there late, early. And Lobo on the inside with a slam dunk. Oh. Just signed an extension, a 4-year contract extension.
The year before, he shot 35%, so there's been some regression, Matt, to your point.
And Jamal Shead.
Breaking it all up.
Shead. There's Battle slicing through.
Slice it, Dyson. Back-to-back plays.
I think they thought Pirtle. Oh, wow. That pass right there laid in by Pirtle. Another high percentage shot from Pirtle. That play was Josh and Seth.
Oh, come on. Jamal Shead off the window. Trey Mann had a great first quarter. Had 10 points off the pine. Had his pocket picked by Shead. Oh, my goodness, Grady did. Shead. Wasn't even really facing the basket.
Coming back from a shoulder injury. Here's Jamal Shead, and Shead on the attack. The Houston Cougar.
And the Nuggets lose it on the fast break. A risky pass there.
Jokic lineup, you've got Christian Brown, who's handling the point guard duties alongside Julian Strawther as the off guard.
Shead long distance, and he knocks in the 3. 104-97. 7-point lead. Westbrook from behind. And a foul. And a bucket.
So nice sign seeing him knock down a triple there.
Shead off glass, got it to go. And the Raptors knock the game at 28. Mobo against Sabonis. Shead inside over Herter. Got the hit and the harm and the hoop.
17 advantage in favor of the Raptors, and we need Malik to start cooking.
Oh, Malik with a steal. Took his cornbread. Elevates, got it knocked away by Shead out of bounds. But it'll stay Sacramento King basketball.
Amongst 9 different players. So again, one of the most unselfish teams in the league. And this is a lean in and yet another score in the lane.
Swings it over to Bobby. He's already taken 8 shots, but turns it over there.
1:35 to go. Shead attacking over Sasser, and I'm sure he's thinking, hey, I've done that in practice.
In the fourth quarter, but Beasley coming out trying to change the narrative with that.
2-point game, Shead. Back to full.
Shead comes back with 2.
Well, Powell's still doing it.
Yeah, he is. He's letting it fly all the time. Shead.
Shead. Oh, got it over Luke.
Tough. Until now, and you're seeing the same progression with Grady Dick, getting opportunities and showing improvement.
TJ McConnell guarding Shead. Good job turning the corner with purpose.
Fast-paced game. Both teams like to get the ball up the court.
Battle just checked in, and Jamison battled the corner 3. Here in the third quarter, Barrett shot doesn't go. Mobo on the glass. Shead now attacking. He has been great off of the bench. Shead.
Pearl grabs his 12th rebound of the evening. Shead gets to the foul line. Heels off to Abaji for a standstill 3.
To give him the ability to use his length. He's going to stop you every time.
Barrett poked at by Merrill, doubled by Nie, bounces off the Shead for a contested 3. Barnes is yelling right in the face of Mobley. Abaji deals off the Shead for 3.
Boucher to forecourt. That's Jamal Shead from the lane. Knocks it down. Pistons inbound to Marcus Sasser. Guarded by Shead. He slips and falls. Scramble for the ball. Jamal Shead at the elbow. Carries the ball. Turns back to the basket. Lobs it. And it's stuffed through by Bruno Fernando, who has 8.
Beasley out there for the Pistons' last 1 or 2 offensive possessions, trusting him not to get in any more trouble here.
Barrett with a bounce to Shead in front of Pirtle. Threw it up and in. Isaiah Stewart then gives it up to Barrett. Missed topside. Battle gets the rebound outside for Shead, and he sticks it from distance. Rocking the dribble is Jamal Shead against Sasser. Gives to Barrett, gets it back. He's free for the 3, and it's through.
Barnes. Hard to believe, but they kept it alive. That was Barrett who kept it alive, and they get a triple out of it. 25-point game. He was vacating the premises. That's 12 turnovers for the Pels. They've been outscored already, and now it's going to be 24-7 in points off mistakes. So let's see on the road trip if Trey Murphy is going to be available. Brandon Ingram, if he'll be available.
And again, Matt, those corner 3s, they come from screening action. They come from screening action. So the Raptors have to identify that and maybe just switch it.
Shead gets on the inside. Second game of a 4-game road trip for the Pacers. Here's Shead. 3, good. He's getting better. And a timeout, Rick Carlisle. Trying to work against Matherin. Clock is down. He's going to have to take a 3. Lets it fly to go! Jamal Shead just away.
Duncan Robinson back in to the paint. Oh, and it's stolen by Davion Mitchell. Racing with Rozier for the score. 8:43 left, first set. And that's a score on a 3 from Davion Mitchell. He's got 5 points.
Few extra days off, guys are feeling good, feeling comfortable, and it shows in your play. You don't play with that same.
RJ with it, and he slows it down. Shead, a great dish. Mobo slam dunk. Shead with the three. How about Shead, the Raptors?
Scorers still find a way, and he does. Good defense.
Yeah, great job. The denial.
I felt like I was watching Kyle Lowry there guarding a center in the post.
Walter, the up fake. And great job just taking it right to Shead. Finds Grady. Dick the three. Good. Shead scoops it up. Grady lets it fly. Let it fly.
That man's paid the price.
Yes, he has. Shead. Grady. Right on time. Ochai. Into Grady. Grady. Up fake. Lets it fly. Short. Offensive rebound. Shead. How good has he been? You mentioned it, Jack, in the fourth. They found the right person. And that's banked in. Oh my. Banked in at the buzzer. And it's good. 122-121.
Drew defenders and found the shooter in the corner in battle.
Raptors 4-9 from 3. They lead by 4, their largest lead by 6. Into the front court. Raptors up 2. Shead. Here's Grady. Fires away. Grady Dick connects.
And he's been doing a really good job getting himself in position.
Boucher lets it fly from Montreal.
Doing a good job. He plays with a calmness to him. Doesn't have much facial expression or changes.
Boucher, the extra pass, and Shead delivers. Shot clock down. Shead attacking. Shead. Such a good job. 10-point lead turns to 12. The cut. Jamison battle on. And how about Shead, the ball pressure, the steal, another turnover.
That was awesome.
Shead with it. Walter.
Oh, great
cut. The read. Walter.
So Baji, all 8 threes, Matty D, have been assisted.
Woo! Raptors now back up by 10.
Wow.
And then you get that pick, potentially top 5. Add that piece as Shead knocks it down. Signed a 3-year deal, team option for the 3rd. And Shead out there denying Smith. Brooks misses. 2 of 6 from 3. Shead to reverse. Raptors up by 1. Boucher able to get up, get back into the play. Here he is, Chris attacking. Plus the foul. Raptors by 3. Raptors have been outstanding, staying in it, leading by as many as 16. Rockets have led by 4. That was early. Boucher. Hawks team that doesn't have Bogdan Bogdanovic. He's been out now 4 games. Wallace has it stripped away. Larry Nance Jr. broke his hand. Brown, the 3 doesn't go. Weak side, battling. Raptors come away with it. It's a Baji. They'll reverse it. Shead rattles it in. He'll scoop it up. Wallace attacking. Disrupted by Shead. And a turnover. The 9th. And Brown with a bucket. And a timeout. Quinn Snyder. Raptors come away with it. Brown, Pirtle.
Good pass.
Shead right back to Jakob. Yeah, no, it's you know, you look at Sacramento and there's Jamal Shead.
Pirtle beasting on the glass. 8 rebounds. Barnes has 8 rebounds too. And Jamal Shead has a 3. Cannot stop a
nosebleed, but the Celtics are running it up now. Shead got a hand on it. Pritchard gets it back, finds Tatum. Barnes defending. That game here, that was when Tatum blew that kiss. That thing was intense, man. Ooh, nice move.
Here's second quarter action. Shead, Pirtle, Dick, Abaji. Here's Walter rising up in the three. Soft touch.
I love it.
Kobe Walter.
And quite frankly, every year you're flushing 30 people out of the system automatically. A lot of them are good veterans that, quite frankly, add a lot to the fabric of your league.
Here's Grady rising up to three. Grady flips it over to Walter. Walter looking for Olenek. That's cut off by Johnson. The clock is down. Shead looking for some room over top Russell. You just love his compete. 2-point lead. Grady has yet to attempt a foul shot. Shead, nice move.
We will tell it like it is.
Okay. Here's Shead. Happy birthday to you. Shead with a bucket. Happy birthday to you. Here's Shead. Shead. Over now to Pirtle with a reverse.
Well, Shead's made two beautiful plays here. And as we know, the schedule just gets tougher this week with the Knicks and Cavs Wednesday, Thursday on a back-to-back.
Shead with a bucket.
Off the Pirtle. We'll complete that thought in just a moment. Boucher deals off the Shead as the Raptors working around the perimeter. Shead fires a three and connects. Cavalier quick strike attack all season. Put on a quick run right here. They're back within two. Barrett finds Shead. Shead lines up a three. He did not see that in the Big 12 last season.
He wasn't guarding Darius Garland in the Big 12.
Barrett finds Shead. Shead lays it in.
The defense is trying to collapse towards Garland. Jerry just slips that double screen. The guy guarding Jarrett just absolutely vacated him. Can't do that.
Shead did not miss a three in the first half, and he connects here. If you go off 2 feet, you can come down 1-2.
I have no idea anymore. Yeah, okay, if you say so.
Just the Cavs have needed it, as here's Shead working on Jerome. Shead zigzags his way to the elbow and converts as Shead now is 5 for 5 from the field. He has 13 points.
But it's a little bit of a struggle. Now you come to this defensive end, got to get some stops, got to talk, got to communicate. Gang rebound.
Shead floats and scores.
Bruce Brown hands to Shead. Shead to the basket. Brown from the corner. Yes. Bruce Brown tips his headband to the Pistons bench. Lost the handle. Cade. Inside double team. Swipe by Dick. Shead. See? And Grady Dick left alone for just a moment. They have trouble moving against Stu. Gives it up to Shead. Clock at 5. He'll rise and fire and fill it. Line drive gun goes for the rookie from Houston.
With a little more frequency.
Shead from the corner answers the three with one of his own. 91-85 Pistons. Shead puts it on the floor, gets to the basket, powers it up and in, and he has drawn a foul. Ron Holland sits down. All the way across the court and intercepted. Olenek to Bruce.
Moses Moody. It's going to be a pass maybe to Looney, but it hit the rim and Moses behind the play. Shead kicks and shoot three.
Moses Moody trying to grab that rebound, can't. Raptors again, they're controlling the boards. Here's Shead with confidence. Shead knocks it down. Anderson gets it to Moody, back to Wiggins, and the three doesn't go. R.J. Barrett with a rebound. Stack an 18-year NBA career. There, Shead is.
You got to be deliberate about how you take and when you make those threes.
Most three-point attempts per game all time as Shead. Something that we saw earlier in the season and certainly all of last season. Shot clock down. It's Shead.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the New York Knicks, Orlando Magic, when they're healthy, it's going to be tough. You see Shead with a nice action.
Brown spots up. Shot doesn't go. Barnes, second chance. Brown. Here's Shead. Jamal Shead from Peterborough.
He's got to shoot his free throws better for an elite player like him.
He's got 19 and 10, a double-double, corner three. How about the three-point shooting of Jamal Shead?
48-46. Barrett, that's good. R.J. Barrett's first three of the game. Long bomb, no good by Shead. Rebound Toronto. Shead drives in, scores, and a foul on Atlanta. Third best all-time behind John Stockton and Isaiah Thomas. Poeltl lays it in, and another foul on Atlanta. Shead lobs it. Barnes dunks it. Timeout Atlanta.
His first. Here's Shead. Leaning in, and Shead connects.
Nice jump stop that time. Good balance. I just got to ask KG and Kate. They'll hook it up.
Here's Shead with the three. Shead from Scarborough. It's good.
Was kind of out of sorts in terms of, as you mentioned, his minutes. And stuck with it, and now has earned the trust.
And Shead with the denial on Murray.
Delivered.
Sean was heavily communicating with first-year referee Tyler Ricks, says that floater from Mitchell is good, prompting Keith to call time. Tomorrow night as LeBron James and the Lakers invade the district.
Wizards trying to muck up the game, going with a little zone defense, allowing the offensive player Shead to get behind them for the layup. Not get a 3-second, great footwork, nice little two-point bucket.
Three is good there. Jamal Shead. On the night that he was announced that he's going to go to the G League All-Star game. For an All-Star weekend in San Francisco. Nice slice cut there by Walter.
And they're not going to be duped into biting on plays that aren't necessarily there. They're going to be in the right spots. They're fundamentally sound.
Jamal Shead.
Well, Poeltl had to come up a little and contest, and Achua got inside of him. 15-6 Knicks in the second quarter, make that 15-8.
Great job. New York 3-0 against Toronto this season. Jakob Poeltl on a handoff. Shead. Here's Shead attacking once again, getting into the paint and finishing.
Nice.
Love his game. And another second chance opportunity. And how about Shead attacking, finishing. 89-68. And Bridges flips it up. No, Grady grabs that rebound. That's his third. Lead pass now to Shead. Shead's been productive off of the bench, and the three ball is good. I mean, he's really turned it around from distance. How did you teach, right? You come down, you swing the elbows to keep people away.
Yeah. He might lose a few teeth. That's his problem.
Lead pass. Here's Mobo. What a catch! What a finish! And the foul! Here's Brunson. And Grady. Ahead to Shead! Jamal Shead, 6-point game. Shead now on the attack to the iron! Finger roll at the rim! It's a 1-point game! Hart's got 15. Karl Anthony Towns as Mobo's at the rim with the slam dunk.
Again, two rookies.
Kelly Olynyk, second chance opportunity. Shead lines it up. He has been so good shooting the three. 7 and 55, and here they are. Second in the West. Edey, turnover. Shead ahead to Walter. They do turn it over at a high rate, 29th in the league. As Matt mentioned, they've turned it over 9 times. There's Shead operating underneath and in the paint. Gives it over to Kelly Olynyk. Walter, here's Shead. Corner three, Jamal Shead.
When I see L Train, I always tease him. He and Doug Overton coach one of my teams when I played for the Sunny Hill League. Great pass, you're fine. And they went to the ass right at halftime. This pace, it's a tiring pace, and you got to be focused. Seeing Shead get all the way to the baseline with a nice floater.
Not only are the NBA's top scoring offense, But when you take a look at point productivity through the first, nice cut, Walter, bucket, foul.
Oh, I love you, partner.
You got me on that one. I had to hesitate.
That's why they're professional officials. I'll be honest with you.
Boucher, a little bit of space from the outside. He's got that funky sidewinding three. Bulky stretch here right before the All-Star break. It's the first of 2 back-to-backs. Shead, looks like Isaiah Joe was right there with him step for step. You said they're getting just enough production from just enough guys.
I was just talking about the Thunder right there. And the Raptors just continue to hit those threes. That's more points in that paint for the Thunder. As they've been able to get there consistently all night. Pretty good three-point shooter as well.
Ball swings up, and how about Battle coming off the bench? Batted by Mark Daigneault in the Thunder here. They're going to take that best record in the Western Conference on the road tomorrow night against the #2 team in the West.
Not once, but twice.
And you're done, and he's still out there.
And he's still out there. He's younger too, Craig.
He's like 2 years younger than you. Here's Shead, and he makes the three just before the shot clock.
Yeah, shout out to Ime's sister on that one.
Oh, very nice.
we knew somebody else hooked this up there.
There's a little bit of a softer side in there somewhere.
Well done, Jet Kelly. You have been an absolute rock star today, and I have to ask you, with this young, exciting Rockets team.
For that flying slam as he came down the baseline. And then the score at the rim, Shead rising and dropping it over the top of Landale. And that little leaner is good for Shead.
Robinson bringing it up now for Toronto. Shead, runner. The NBA and the G League, and Justin was getting up there and has been playing so well into the starting lineup for Nick Nurse and the Sixers that Shead floats it up and in. Continuing to impress in his first handful of games as a Sixer. Some zone from the Sixers. Shead, well, makes it look easy. Shead with 6 to his name so far tonight. Grady Dick this time from the corner, and there is his first three-pointer tonight. Had been 0 for 5, just 2 of 9 from the floor.
Was 21. I was a senior in college.
Here's Jamal Shead, the 22-year-old rookie, banks it in.
That's just understanding.
That's what he's lucky. I know what you look like he's trying to do.
Shead with the 3.
Pay back that way. I take the 3 for the 2, but he's lucky he didn't get crowned on that play.
Or Orlando Robinson, when you get in that paint, just have that mentality. You'll be amazed how many open shots and opportunities you can get, and I learned that at a young age.
And Jamal Shead with a nice floater, getting again to the teeth of the defense.
Try to find a happy median, not be overly excited and just settling in. Because I remember my first shot.
RJ with a bucket.
He can handle the basketball. Defensively, he's protecting the rim. So why don't you think his minutes are as consistent? You see Shead knocking down the 3 with a big fella at 7-1.
The Suns were prepared. Get a steal, get out. Bradley Beal gets an easy jump shot.
Mike Budenholzer, longtime assistant in San Antonio. There's Shead. That's a relief. The 3. 81-70. Shead. And Shead gets the bucket. It just doesn't happen overnight. It does for Victor Wembanyama, and it does for LeBron James, and it does for...
And Diana just had this attitude of always wanting to be better. He remembers her coming in from college and being a little bit smaller, but putting in the work to put on the weight and also succeed. So...
As Jack said, big possession. Here's Shead on the take and the make, and it's a 7-point game. 4:15 to go. Here's White up top. Running by Shead. Great ball pressure. Look at Shead. Oh, tremendous job by the rookie. Oh, heart and hustle.
Rookie out of Houston. Here's Robinson, back to Shead. That's a 3. And it's good. Toronto is hot.
Get some stops here.
Yep. Can't seem to get much closer than about 8 points. It is Shead with the deuce. His first of the night.
That
That is a 3-on-1 fast break for the Magic. Anthony missed the opportunity. Robinson throws a long pass. Monco. Oh, Lord. Jump pass back. Three-point shot. Shead. It's good. Playing in his 300th career NBA game tonight. Orlando Robinson is his matchup. Barrett to Shead, who just made 1 3. Now he's hit 2 in a row. Barnes holding it. Jamal Shead driving in, backs it up and in. He's got 8 first-quarter points. Here's Orlando Robinson. Jamal Shead had a good first quarter. Shead with the leaning shot. It's good, and a foul is called on Cole Anthony.
Colin Castleton out of Florida, 24 years of age, second year in the league. In the corner, it's A.J. Lawson! Knocks it down for Brampton. Cleveland or Minnesota, the least favorable of that will go to Phoenix. Next season, they have their own, which is top 8 protected.
Can you continue to learn from your mistakes, closing out the games?
Good move. Shead exploding to the iron and lays it up and in. Filipowski with a 3 off the mark. Kessler can't control it. Here's Shead with the bucket. He's got 8. Sarr, the second overall selection, just 19 years of age. Clock is down. Corner 3. Jamal Shead lights it up. The combined winning percentage of the teams in this 4-game as Shead finishes. 4-game homestand, and of course 2 of them against Washington, 32%. Here's Shead in the paint, and that one rolls around and through. Good job by Shead driving and hitting on the inside. And an NBA title with the Bucks, and Shead digs in, takes it. Scotty! The finger roll at the iron. Shead operating. Oh, great job by Shead. The handle in the burst. Well off the mark for Jalen Martin. And Shead with the denial. Through it, they won just 27 games, but all the minutes that their rookies got last season, it just is being paid back this season with depth as Shead muscles his way in.
His defensive ability and shot-making ability, so to speak. But yeah, that's a great tandem we're talking about.
And Shead operating right there. The thing about Quick, obviously, we know
with those opportunities and then being active.
RJ, no. Oh! Shead, you can't deny him.
And again, like you said, Matt, on that bench, when you're having that constructive conversation, it's so important and so valuable.
Rode in the corner 3 by both teams.
Well, Shead, you mentioned they play hard. That guy leading the point guard at the position, because what you do, you create a shot for your big sometimes as well.
Yes.
Shead, that corner 3 is good, and you can see his reaction.
2,000-point scorer between his stops in college. Young was late getting over to Jamal Shead. That essentially worked their way out of the play-in and try to get a higher draft pick.
Well, some of these teams have made it so obvious.
Well, Toronto made it obvious for a month, and then I think they realized this doesn't look good. Bobo looks.
He's a strong kid.
Giddey has it stripped. You can tell he's been frustrated with some of his turnovers tonight. 5 minutes left, and Toronto's a team that could make that leap.
Listen, listen to the talent they're going to bring back next year. You got Scotty Barnes going to come back. You got Ingram's going to come back.
Has 98 blocks. Presence on the inside. Barrett finds Shead the open 3, and that's good. That's a good sign.
Made 5 the other night in Chicago, and now look at this.
Of Sacramento, they've dropped 3 in a row, the Kings, and there's a 3-ball.
Good job that time, R.J. Barrett, unselfish, making the extra pass and chance opportunities. You got to block people out, right? Just can't try to out-jump people.
In the left, and Jamal Shead.
Trying to scrap and claw their way back into this one, down 7.
Here's Shead in the paint.
Smart play, right? You got Klingon in there.
Shot doesn't go. Holland with it now. Holland trying to get past Shead. He can. Shead takes it away. Shead able to get it across the timeline, working against Sasser. Oh, what a great runner over top. Holland able to track it down.
Meet force or force, Matt.
Here's Shead now. Kick out. Walter. Right on time. 9-point lead. Waters. 34% from 3 on the season. Great cut. You said it. Shead to Walter. Shead kicks it back over to Quick. Here's Shead with the 3-ball. Got it.
Just by being physical, blowing up their offensive sets.
Tough to operate against them in the half court, but there's Pirtle. He thought it was an and 1. 8-point game. Shead with a little this and that. The Houston Cougar. By the way, that game was played on April 4th of 1983 at the Pit in Albuquerque. Oh, Shead wants redemption for the Cougars and the Raptors. Shead, 4th in assists off of the bench this season in the NBA. And now the bucket and the foul. He's got 13.
Shead off the screen, lob it up, slam it home. Mobo.
You think he's going to go up on that right side of the rim. That little extra step gets him over to his left hand.
Battle, doing it from all angles.
An opportunity to play the young players in this. And again, if you've been paying attention to some of the draft spots, some of the percentages that go on, every single time you want to win the game.
Shead, the hesitation pass, Etienne, spray it out, right back to him on the relocate. And he knocks down the triple.
Well, the percentage is up.
Shead, fend off, bucket.
To drive and finish with authority. Brandon Williams is in for Dallas. Jamal Shead drives on him. And the first thing beside. For 3, Jamal Shead.
Finally got another one to go.
It's a bright spot. Him being able to come out. Offensively, his stroke is there. He can really shoot it.
Barnes, corner. Quickly up to Shead, who lays it up and in. Barnes in and out. Shead trying to keep it alive and does. Into Mobo. Back out to Shead, who puts it down for 3. And the onslaught continues.
Here making a difference and giving our guys that energy right now.
Shead for 3. Big response.